Let's bring in the man with a plan, Mike Cozzi. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, maybe you can get me one of them cameras and I can show people I cut my ingrown toenail out.
I can't. We can't put you on camera.
Oh, come on, man.
It would be
better than watching you shave.
I know. I do.
At least it's a little bit gory, you know.
I do that for all the women out there who are now single and they don't have they can't watch their husbands shave. So every once in a while,
God.
I shave in the morning. You know.
What are you trying to turn them off, men?
see.
Oh, that sounds to me many things.
I know, but
thank God you got a camera.
That's exactly right. All right. Let's go. Let's go to sports. Before we go to the NFL, break up the Mets. Break up the Mets.
Hey, that's what I told my friend. He's a Met fan last night.
They are only 10.
Team's playing good.
They're only 10 games under 500 now.
We thought they'd be who knows where. I mean, like I said yesterday, they were comparable with the Marlins, who's 32 games under 500. The Mets are only 10. They're playing good. They're playing good.
And let's put it this way. They're only 6.5 games out of second place.
Yeah, but there's only, 18 games left.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
they're playing great. For the Mets, they're playing great.
Let me put it this way. They're playing like professional ball players. They're not just playing out the string. They're playing to win. They're playing to win the games that are left.
Well, that's the difference now. They got a bunch of young players playing. They don't have, like, Jay Bruce and all these, Jay Bruce is playing, but what I mean is they don't have all these guys on the back nine playing right now who they're looking to play 18 holes in a couple of weeks. They got some young guys up there looking to say, hey, you know what? I can produce in the major leagues, and I'm going to show you I can do it. So, you're going to hear people say, well, the Mets are playing bad teams. The Mets were a bad team, and now they're beating up on bad teams. They won a doubleheader yesterday.
Yeah.
Very seldom do teams win a doubleheader. They 90% of the time they split. The Mets won a doubleheader, albeit against Miami, but it's good to see the Mets are better than Miami because they weren't better than Miami in June and July. So yeah, they're playing good ball. They won 3 in a row, 7 out of 10. Like you said, they're 10 games under 500, and they're respectable again.
Yep.
Now the Mets need to make moves. Management can't say, "Oh, we're winning now." No. You can't do that. There's a lot of holes the Mets have to fill. They have to move Matz. They have to move Syndergaard. Wheeler's developed into a very, very good pitcher. They have the best pitcher in baseball with DeGrom. Lugo's looking real good. There's your nucleus. You go with that, and you see what holes you need to fill with what's available out there, and get rid of the WIC credit card and go out and get the real credit card and go out and get yourself a couple of ball players.
All right, so now Oakland lost to Baltimore yesterday.
They finally lost the game. Let's get this right, okay? They won 8 out of their last 10. They're not the Yankees who won 4 out of their last 10. They lost a game to Baltimore yesterday. It was getaway day, and they lost yesterday. Yes, they did. So the Yankees pick up a half a game, but don't expect the A's to hit a swoon. They hit a little pothole in the road yesterday, and I'm sure that now when they go to Tampa, they'll be back to business because Tampa is a better team than Baltimore, and Oakland needs to win games, and I feel safe in saying that Oakland will win the series this weekend against Baltimore. Mm-hmm. The Yankees played Toronto. Toronto played Boston tough the last couple of games. Toronto's going to play the Yankees tough this weekend. They're not laying down and die. And with the Yankee pitching staff, every game is an adventure right now. So the Yankees are home against Toronto. I think the rain finally stops this morning, so they should get these 3 games in. And that's the scoreboard watch. You got to watch the Yankees and you got to watch the A's to see who's going to host that home game.
All right, let's go to our NFL picks very quickly here. We both won last night, right?
Yeah, Cincinnati won.
Yeah, and so what? But I got 2 wins on the year now.
Yeah, you're 2-4-1.
Okay. All right, seeing as I'm so far behind, let me do my 3 picks, okay?
Oh, I got some weird ones.
Well, I'm going to go.
The litter fell in peculiar places this morning.
All right, well, here are my picks, all right? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I am going to take the 49ers over the Lions.
Folks, we have not spoken, correct, Marshall?
No, we have not.
All right.
So 49ers over the Lions.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take the Rams over the Cardinals.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to take... I'm going to stay away from them. I'm going to take... I'm going to take the Falcons over the Panthers.
Man, you're brave.
I know.
The way the Falcons played that game the night before.
I know.
All right, so you got San Francisco, the Rams, and Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm taking San Francisco, too. I think that they're a better team than they played last week, and any team that gets plowed by the Jets, I'm going to go against them the week after. So I am taking San Francisco. I'm taking Jacksonville over New England. Jacksonville is a good team. They didn't play well against the Giants and still beat them. I think they were actually looking forward to this home opener against New England because this could be the one for the heavyweight crown of the AFC. So I like Jacksonville in that game. And I'm going to take the bait. I'm going to take the Jets over Miami.
That's the game I was looking at. That's what I said.
Oh, I'm sure that's the one you were like, no, I'm not going to touch that one. I'm sure, but I'm going to take the bait. I don't think Miami's that good, and I think the Jets are decent. So we'll see how that plays out.
I looked at that and I said, they played so well. If ever there was a time to take the Jets, but then I backed away at the last second. All right, any horse racing this weekend?
Yeah, there's horses. We're going north of the border. We're going away from the hurricane. It's a Woodbine Mile weekend this weekend up in Canada. This is their big weekend for Woodbine, except for the summer meet where they have the Queen's Plate. The 8th race tomorrow is the Woodbine Mile. Usually these races are on Sunday, but this year they moved them to Saturday. It's the 8th race on the card. It goes off around 4:45. A nice field of 9 come into this race. One horse I have to use is the 2-horse Lost Sardane. This horse looks to be the lone speed of the race. Speed is dangerous, especially on a turf, especially lone speed. I think Oscar Performance may push him, but Oscar Performance was eased in the Arlington Million, so I'm sure they're not putting Oscar Performance in a Grade 1 if he's not in top shape. But I'm leery against betting horses that got eased, so I'm going to use Lost Sardane. The 5, Mr. Haverkamp, is a horse for course. 4 starts on the Woodbine turf, never lost. 2 for 3 at the distance at Woodbine. Got to use the local horse in this one. And if Oscar Performance is in form and pushes Lost Sardane, we're going to get the perfect pace that Divisaderio needs. Divisaderio is a 6-year-old horse who does have a strong late kick, and if there is a pace up front, Divisaderio should blow by these horses in the stretch. Working very, very well at Fair Hills. So going with the pace, I'm going to say Divisaderio is going to be my top play with Mr. Haverkamp, the 5, and the 2, Lost Sardane, in that order. So 8-5-2 in the Woodbine Mile. The next race is the Canadian. This is a 1 1/8 on the turf. These are all real good horses. You got 8 horses in this race. I'm looking at Inflexibility. Chad Brown sends one north of the border. This horse has run at Woodbine 3 times with 2 wins in a second. Going to be the morning line, is the morning line favorite, going to be the favorite at post time. So this is like an exacta use for me. Top horse I'm going to use here is the 8, Halle Belly. This horse was scratched a few times at the end of August for reasons of a soft turf. This horse does run well, does have a late kick, never been up at Woodbine, but is 4 for 9 lifetime on the turf, and this horse's numbers definitely fit into this race. 6-1 morning line. Horse is working out good at Arlington Park. Halle Belly is going to be my top pick in the Canadian. So an 8-3 exacta in the 9th race at Woodbine. The 10th is a dirt race, well, actually on a poly track going 6.5 furlongs. This is a layup. The 3-horse Pink Lloyd, 16 for 19 at Woodbine on the poly track. This horse loves the track, loves the distance. This is a free square in your pick 4, which this actually is up at Woodbine. Single the 3, Pink Lloyd, in the 10th race. Brings us to the 11th race, the Grade 1 Northern Dancer, 1.5 miles on the turf. Some great horses in years gone by have run in this race. Looking through this race, I like the jockey change on the 1, Metcalf for Graham Motion. I think it's a very positive jockey change, getting Jose Ortiz up on this horse. This horse ran second in the Jinsky off of about a 9-month layoff. Expect this horse to be much, much tighter for Graham Motion. Horse I'm going to bet to win is going to be the 10-horse Patterson Cross. There's a lot of kind of look like close to the pace horses in this race with an expected favorite Hawksbill, the 6 Tizza Slam, the 3 Utmost. So I'm going to look for somebody that I know is going to be moving forward at the end, and that's Patterson Cross. Rosario rode this horse at Saratoga. Kind of gets a little bit of a class test here for sure. The best this horse ever ran in a Grade 2 and was very competitive in it. I think Patterson Cross has a chance to light up the board and pay about $20 in this race. So the 10 Patterson Cross is going to be my top pick, and I'm going to use the 1 Met Call to round out my exacta in the Northern Dancer. And like I said, folks, the 4 races I gave you is a pick 4. You can put all those horses and make yourself a nice horizontal bet and maybe come out with enough money to maybe pay half your mortgage next month. So we'll see how this pays out. So nice racing this weekend up at Woodbine.
All right, Mike, and as we say goodbye to you, I'll just leave this thought to linger in your mind.
Oh, that's without a TV screen, that's scary.
All right, I'll speak to you on Monday. Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Mike Cozzi with the Check on Sports this morning here on Robin Hood Radio.